To see everything that happened to me regarding my experience with this doctor in this medical practice, you can see my documentation at YouTube channel, My Medical Nightmare. Alright, key review to share on American Family Care AFC Urgent Care. This was posted on March 31st, 2025 to the Indeed.com website. So on Indeed, what you'll find are reviews of employers, most of the time by employees who have experience working for these doctors in medical practices. So this was posted by a medical assistant located in Natick, MA. That's the state of Massachusetts. A key information posted in this write-up. Worst decision ever to accept a position here. A typical day at work would be understaffed due to poor management and leadership. Having to go cover other locations, and the mileage is incorrectly paid. The mileage is based off how the company approves it and not by Massachusetts wages law. I learned this is a terribly run company. Management is lucky to have the same manager for at least 1 year. They come and go so fast. Pathetic. The district manager changes and your direct manager changes every few months. They all have a vision for how the location should be run and talk poorly about how it is run, then are fired or quit soon after taking their position. Workplace culture, the HR department is based in Alabama and try to run the company to Alabama laws. The policies are clear, and yet the HR rep decides to break policy and abuse their power. The hardest part of the job is dealing with the poor management. If they had a great leader, then I would not be typing this. Alright, so some key observations here. I think the takeaway from this review is the assertion that the American Family Care Human Resources Department based in Birmingham, Alabama, ignores and does not respect the local laws of states such as this one, Massachusetts, and that they try to force and apply the laws of a different state on this location and a workforce who's used to abiding by a different set of rules. Yeah, this is a huge red flag. I'll go into my own details about what happened to me as a patient customer with AFC Urgent Care, but I think that it's high time this place was shut down permanently. The feds need to get involved. They need to go to the regulators and the authorities in the state of Alabama and question them as to how an abusive and repeat offender such as AFC is allowed to continually operate, and the fact that the state of Alabama harbors these delinquents. My own issues with American Family Care, AFC Urgent Care, are still outstanding and unresolved as of 2025. My own opinion on AFC is this is one of the worst medical practices in the United States of America. It needs to be investigated at all jurisdictional levels. A lot of these cases, these are slam dunk, open and shut matters. I cannot comprehend how a practice like AFC can operate and keep its doors open anywhere in the USA. And it says here, American Family Care, AFC Urgent Care, was founded in 1982. And as of 2025, they claim to have 400 walk-in clinics. They generate more than $1 billion in system-wide sales annually, 3,500 highly trained healthcare professionals treating over 4 million patients each year. The truth is, American Family Care is a very troubled company, and there are many, many people in the Birmingham, Alabama area and beyond who have unresolved, outstanding issues and complaints with AFC Urgent Care. There are apparently a lot of people looking at the corrupt business practices of American Family Care, AFC Urgent Care, and their partners across the United States. I'll go into my own details on what happened to me as a patient customer at an AFC near Birmingham, Alabama in 2019. I attempted to contact Randy Johansson regarding my own issues, My phone call was never returned. Yeah, if you look at my situation and what happened to me, what you'll see again and again is current medical providers and practitioners around Birmingham, Alabama, they choose quantity of patients and potential sources of money and income over quality. And by doing so, they overlook potentially life-threatening injuries, for example. They don't give the proper amount of attention to each and individual customer and patient. And this is a big problem that needs to be reversed in the United States of America. We need further healthcare reform. And here's yet another example of the bad way in which AFC Urgent Care American Family Care chooses to engage in their business. Back in May 2022, I tried to contact this doctor whose name appeared on the top of medical records that I requested from American Family Care. And this was in regards to a misdiagnosed x-ray of my skull that I had done in 2019. Blake Thomas, MD's name, appears here as supervising the nurse that facilitated the x-ray in the AFC clinic. This is Kimberly Kelly. And he should have also been checking over the work of radiologist Dr. Anna Maria Eknick, MD DABR, which the x-ray was outsourced to through Experity. You call the phone number under this doctor's name on the radiologist report, it leads to Experity. This doctor and subsequently the nurse told me I had no injuries appear in this x-ray. I'll put the actual images in this video so you can see the truth regarding this matter. I have around a 3-inch in diameter translucent oval here. This is visible in a standard x-ray. No contrast was used in this scan. Subsequently, I discovered in further MRI and CT that I had broken the underside of my skull. And the translucent oval that you can see in the AFC and Experity x-ray, this shows up as infection surrounding the main wound. I tried to contact this doctor to get this x-ray scan looked at again because I paid $175 for this visit and I got a misdiagnosis here. This is not helpful if you're a medical patient seeking treatment with doctors and nurses, in this case licensed in the state of Alabama. I found that this doctor was located at the American Family Care Clinic in Caba Village off Highway 280 in Birmingham. I tried to call this doctor's office. It was then that I found out by talking to the receptionist. Every individual that worked in this location that I spoke with, they used a nickname, a false name, or a pseudonym. In trying to reach Dr. Blake Thomas, MD, I was put in touch with an individual who identified himself as the office manager of this clinic, and he went by the name Sadler, Saddler. I later found out after my call with this office manager that I was in fact speaking with the state of Alabama licensed medical doctor Christopher Blake Thomas, who I was trying to reach in the first place. So he gave a false name. And I found this out very simply. You can hear my recorded calls with this individual. And Dr. Blake Thomas gave a television interview with Birmingham, Alabama, TV station WVTM Channel 13. Listen to the two voices, and they are identical. I believe that a medical doctor identifying himself under a pseudonym is against the law in Alabama, and possibly other jurisdictions as well. This is a type of fraud. I'm not very happy about my experience dealing with this individual. Yeah, and trying to get that x-ray and the misdiagnosis looked at again, the office manager, again, a false identity that this doctor was using, he told me that he could do nothing to help me fix this situation. No refund of my $175. He wouldn't go to the medical doctor or Xperity and have this situation looked at or reversed. He told me on the phone, you can hear this recorded, there's nothing he was going to be able to do to help me fix this situation. And this is real bad news, because that injury that I had, I almost died from in 2019. This is totally unacceptable as a medical patient. AFC as well, I contacted. They would not help me with this situation. I talked to Xperity. They would not help me fix this situation or correct this. And basically, I was ripped off as a customer and a medical patient. I went to the Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and filed complaints in this situation. They would do nothing to help me with their oversight. Totally useless. They're lazy. No doctor worth their salt should work for this place.